Well, welcome to the Burnley 1998-1999 season. Part 2. We'll be looking through from December right the way through to the end of the season with the help of Sam Ellis, the assistant manager. Of course, an eventful season when the manager Stan Ternent offered his resignation to the club. And we'll also be hearing from Andrew Watson about what's going to be happening off the field.
Queuing up is right behind all of them. Ullenbeek there. Face to react. Good score from Ullenbeek. Puts it to the middle. Brothers. Still might come back to Cleo, but the flag's up for offside. Vaccinations of the running have taken place. Holes in there. Holes takes it over. Oh, is it? Moon's got the goal. Holes is there. But it looks like Morgan's got his second. It's Chris Bass. After by Horsfield. Ford. Lazy run, good tackle from Hale. Great ball from Horsfield into the path of Pesky Flamingo. Crichton's on the retreat. Hale's asking for it on the back post.
Well, we'll draw the veil over Fulham in December, Sam. Obviously a bad defeat, but then you came home again, and your home form has been a problem. Beaten 2-0 at home by Northampton Town, who play a particular style of football, and at that stage it was just a bit of a dismal scene, really.
Yes, it was. I wouldn't criticise the way they play. Teams play to their strengths, and they've been quite successful with it, Northampton, so I wouldn't say there's any problem with the way they played. It was the way we were playing at the time. And, you know, things were starting to, when they should have been improving at that time of the year, things were starting to get a little bit worse.
Paul Crichton then. Plenty of practice at kicking this afternoon. Again looking for space, and again the massive hook. Now that Clayton's here. 2 men around him. Gets the bang from on the block from Hope. And Pickering to Payton on the wing. Payton's cross is beaten down. Pickering here. Forward. Now then, Cookie! Oh, just wide from Andy Cook. Some neat play before that. Armstrong back for. Oh dear. That was very, very dicey from Gordon Armstrong. Very, very dodgy indeed. I don't think Paul Crichton will be too happy with that one. Here's Pickering. Reid didn't make it easy for him then, actually, because he should have dropped off and got, just instead of being square of him, just to the back of him on the diagonal, so it becomes an easy ball. A chance to the podium! Predator, Payton, oh, he's gone too far. The cross comes in straight into the arms of Turley. And here's Hunt. Played up by Hope. Hunt with a shot from him. Oh! A save by Crichton. And another save, but it's gone in. Number 11, Duncan Spedding. Just 8 minutes left on the clock, and the first corner falls to Northampton Town, and they take a short one, and Gibb crosses in. Oh, Corizon was there, Brass was there as well, and push ball away from Andy Cook. Northampton, Haywood, and here comes the number 9, Corizon, to make it 2-0. Corizon dispossessed Matty Haywood, ball ran clear. Somebody with schoolboy, inexperienced there, I think, by Matt Haywood. Up front, we've tried, but we've just had no creativity. We've never really managed to get away from our marker. And of course, the service to the front two, the two Andys, been pretty abysmal all afternoon. On balance, if I, and it's a header on target at this late stage. Yeah. But again, just to sum up, I think they deserve it. They've got the two. He could have kept a clean sheet. I'd have been reasonably happy after.
You went away and got a 3-3 draw at York, which again suggests you've got defensive problems, but at least you battled away, and 2 goals from Andy Payton in that game.
Yeah, it was an exciting game as well. We went in front, then we went behind twice. Then we came out last minute, I think it was, with a bit of a scramble. And there was signs. I mean, there's always signs, but it was disappointing that when we'd got in the lead away from home that we should lose it and have to fight and scrap for a draw.
Wilson. Well lost by Pickering. Here's Chris Pratt. Fires it in. Shen gets the slightest of touches. The linesman's flagging on this near side. It won't be given. And that's a bit of an early excitement for the fans there. Just a reminder of the substitutes for the Pants. Carolus, we've done quite well as it was coming to the floor. You've been poorly as well with Steve Joseph and Bradley Mill at the young winger, which obviously Santana wants to keep him under wraps. Whoa, that was a good effort too. Grazed the post, and it was the first real good to the Lincoln City. Now that it's a corner, and Vincent takes it clear again by the number 7 Robertson to Burnley. Straight back to the man who took the corner earlier. And Miller, oh, a good save again. Miller shot. Charlton, second good save from the Burnley keeper. And this Miller, well, he's really tried to score. Burnley need 3 points today. They better not start picking up today. This is Peter Swan for Robertson. Robertson plays a great ball for Andy Cook inside the area. Right-hand side, a cross from him. Holmes is there to clear the danger. Off field. Here's Robertson. Robertson, another good one. But a chance here. Oh, an Eastwood shot blocked again. And Pickering plays it across. Swan's up there. Good up from Swan. And straight from John Morley. With that free kick to the back post. Swan is up there. Cook is there. Oh, and the challenge on the keeper. A goal. Good. Good ball. Just a bit short perhaps for Pickering. And never really on for Pickering that one. Brian Reid here. Oh, nice past him. Unfortunate bounce of Brian Reid. Held back, really. And battered boost. Score. Oh, he doesn't score. Good grief. My word, a letter for the Clarets now. My goodness me. And still they come forward here. Battersby header. Reid feels the danger. And Brian Reid let that ball take it for the Clarets. Barnett's header for Reid. And here's Thorpe for Lincoln. Reed watching him, he's got a handful on here. Oh, wonderful, wonderful stuff. And the real great save from good back, but Thorpe turned the centre back inside out there. Still Lincoln from forward towards that cricket field stand. Through at the turf, still no goals in it. Fleming. A shot from Brabin Harlan, ooh, just wide and out of Bright on that far side. And the former Blackpool man having a pot. Kevin Henderson here.
You know what could be giving Lincoln some heart here is when Johnny used to say when you big break when you're hoping the lead. So right, we've got to give it our best shot because there's nothing else to lead. To lose, perhaps if they were in there. And it's through there, can it? David and hand over to you. He lays it in a cut. Chance for cut. Oh, I don't believe that. I do not believe it. I thought that was in. First, actually, third time the woodwork's been smacked upon. Launches it into the area. Reed's header. Finnegan's in there. Oh, and a bit of a scramble here, and that's it. It's finally happened. Finnegan the scorer. And well, you'd think it had to come, Terry. They get the second, and it's good night.
Crichton with a kick then for the Clarets. Up goes Swan, he gets the header up, but again the green and white hoops of Lincoln. Babins put out of the way by the fullback, but Miller was going in. He tried to kick long again. Can Henderson finish here? Can Henderson get hold of it even? Henderson turns. Yes! That's Kevin Henderson! A super goal!
Oh, yes, we said there's time, and there is time. Again, their bench is screaming for offside.
Left-hand side. Barnett's there for Lincoln. Still in play. Fleming. A tug of the shirt from Reed. He's going to get booked for that. Come here, it says. Terry Fleming very quick, of course, and Brian Reed not able to contain himself from just pulling up the shirt. A red? Has he been booked previously?
I don't know. Whether he said something there, but he's definitely off. He brandished the yellow card and immediately the red, so he got, oh yes, he got booked in the middle on the halfway line. So it's Clarets down to 10 men, and with 5 minutes to go. That is
But clearly, you felt and Stan Tennant felt that recruits were needed, and after a home draw against Lincoln, a 1-1 draw for you, then Steve Davis came back from Luton. Now tell us the story there.
Yeah, well, I mean, Stan had that on his mind for a long time, and I think he wanted to make sure that when we signed players, they were quality players. The players we'd signed earlier in the season, which was no disrespect, were on 12-month contracts, and they were always in our minds as we'd see how they did. But when we needed to sign somebody of some calibre, then it needed to be somebody good, and we thought, oh, Stan thought that was the right one.
Mm. That must have given people a lift. It certainly gave the fans a lift, didn't it?
Yes, it did. It was good for them to think that a player of that stature was eager to come back. It was good for the players in that they could see the manager's ambitions. But it didn't work out quite as quickly as we'd expected.
Area that's been marked out outside the Burnley dugout, as Ray said there. Stan and Sam sort of pacing their way through it all. Here's Cook, and here's Branch now. Can he open it up here for Burnley? Branch to shoot, oh, and it's blocked just at the last minute. Branch looks on to score, and a good effort from Paul Graham Branch. Pickens puts in a run in. Oh, and again just cut out by Poynton. The second time Pickens taking that route. It's not come to much. And here he is again. Davis crosses in then. And left. A chance for Branch to shoot. And he shoots wide, but again, left on his own, Paul Branch. He could have scored. Ali Pickens, who came over from Stoke. Free transfer, 31 years old. And as you said, probably a very similar to Ian Mason, former player, who was here not too long ago. Oh, I thought his first touch was that, but he's got pace again. Good cross! Oh, and that was Andy Payton from 6 yards. And there we saw Graham Branch's outpacing the Walsall defence. Wow, what a great run by Branch. So another dangerous situation here for Burnley. They've got to get this cleared. Offside, Langston offside. That's what he gets paid for, the manager. And again, it's falling to Cook with his back to goal. Which way is he going to turn? He's got to rush into the centre there. Oh, and Payton, oh, how's it gone? Good grief. Well, Andy Payton usually takes him on in that situation. The goalkeeper couldn't hold it. Just push on and get a goal here. Corner comes in then, and looking for Davis, but the wind, I think, playing a part. It went out. No goal. The old official on the far side had seen the ball go out, and I think we had as well. Good picture then, it's a rugby down the court. And straight down the pitch for the foul. Into the area. Good picture. And the goal! Side netting, the job not on from Andy Payton. Put rolling in, and unfortunately for the big lad, he hit the side netting. We'll say with Armstrong, but Marsh and Rat. Lewison, shot from Lewison, just wide of the left-hand upright of Paul Crichton, so that could have been so much dangerous there from the Walsall men. Sticking with it. Swan's there, gets on to make the Swan, and the centre, well ahead of there, well I thought perhaps the shot may have been better, it could have been over the standard up there. Well, it was fun at awkward height there, and cross will come in from him. Again, Amy the Swan, and Swan's header! Oh, they could save the goal! Oh, I don't believe it! Andy Cook steaming in, and somehow the ball's kept out. Well, how did the goalkeeper keep that out? He double surf on him there, and he just flicked it out with his hand there. And once again, Big Swan knocking across the goal there, and Burnley piling all the pressure on here. The Swan's here. Oh, and a great shot from Andy Cook there, not down by Swan, and he's just volleyed it over the crossbar there. For Burnley here with a corner on that far side. Pickering takes it, looking for Swan again. He gets it. I don't believe it. It's looking. Oh! Hey, no room in the green. Well, kicked off the line there, and then it came back to Andy Cook, who smacked it in there. Went past the post.
So Burnley showing a good deal of attacking intent already. Jones has missed the cross, and it's been headed in at the far post. And Burnley take the lead in very strange circumstances. It's Steve Davis who's celebrating the goal, and I think Lee Jones will have to take a bit of the blame for that. Keever again, showing a clean pair of heels and showing a great ball for Curitan. Super finish, all of 25 yards, but Jamie Curitan made it look so simple. It's a round dozen now. Aiming towards Curitan. Not much chance for him with balls in the air though. Steve Davis towering above him. Oh, a mistake by Lee. Branch is in, around Jones. 2-1 Burnley. Great finish by Graham Branch. Well, Curitan once more, through to Roberts. Still Roberts. With Rover's second of the game, and it's 2-2. Shaw hoping to retrieve it. It was a brave header by Armstrong. He could have been hurt. Instead, he's set Burnley up in attacking position. Mellon whipped in first time. Payton's there. Super strike. Burnley lead 3-2. And where will the scoring end? Lightning counter-attack. And at the end of it all, Chalice with a cross. Roberts jumps. Holloway's on the edge of the box. Back for David Lee. What a story! He scores on his home debut. 3 things after this one. David Lee was fooled by the pass, and here goes Cook now for Burnley. It's 4-3, and the goal glut continues. Andy Cook, the 7th scorer in the match, and amazingly, Burnley go 4-3 ahead, taking advantage of yet another defensive lapse. 2
away games and we've still conceded 6 goals, haven't we? We've not got beat, but we've not won them. And you know, to score a 4 and a 3 and only win one of the games wasn't the sort of thing that we were planning.
Graham Branch getting a goal there. Now, you got him from Tranmere Rovers. He's a lad with so much potential, and you just feel if you can unlock it, then you'll have an absolute gem on your hands.
I think that's very well put. You obviously know it.
I do.
Chesterfield are always a hard side, and if you compete with them and get a result against them, you know that you're all right in that league. And we lost to them both times this season, which shows that we're not quite up to the standard that was required for the league, to be fair. They're a good yardstick.
An exciting, dangerous attacking position. It certainly is. Mickey Mellon looking the part there. Good, accurate pressing from the former Blackpool midfielder. Morgan will have to be sharp here. Armstrong plays it in. Oh, and Cook leaves it for Payton. Shot from Payton. Oh, right across the face. And, well, it was cleared at the far post and a corner to the Clarets. Swan, slips through Swan's legs. And this is a, well, it's Crichton and a miss. My goodness me. A miss from 7 yards. He really should have put that away, but whether it was Paul Crichton's spreading himself, it put him off, Terry.
So Crichton did well, or he made an unbelievable miss. Extraordinary.
Here's Andy Payton for the Clarets. Andy Payton does well. Is he going to shoot? He's going to shoot. A good shot from Andy Payton, just wide of that far post. And Payton creating the space and taking the advantage.
That bit of space to get his cross in that Glenn Little just failed to capture.
Andy Payton crosses in. Armstrong's up there. Well, that was Andy Cook just wide of that near post. And Burnley looking as if they mean business this afternoon. And it's going to be Mickey Mellon once again. Again to the back post. Ups they go. Davis is there, gets the header on it. Oh, Payton! And just over the top from Andy Payton. A nod on from Steve Davis. And, well, I think Chesterfield can breathe again. Marcus Ebden places the ball down, takes a short one wide. Perkins crosses in, dangerous one, and Morgan's header away for Burnley. Still Chesterfield in possession near side. Curtis lays it back for Perkins, who crosses a second time, runs through. Oh dear, that was an own goal from Ali Pickering. I thought he'd nipped in to clear the danger, and much to the fullback's horror, flies past Paul Crichton. Must take your chances, of course. Here's Andy Payton, lays it back for Graham Branch. First time ball from Branch. Andy Cook to chase this one on this left-hand side. Cook streaking down this near side now, looking for players in support. He's got Branch here, and he's also got Mellon. Payton, Cook! Oh, and a good shot from Cook, just wide of that upright. Good. And yeah, everything going the way of Chesterfield at the moment. Look at this. Good block from Pickering. He got a knock though. Oh, it's hit the woodwork. Good grief. And Pickering puts it out.
Yeah, he looked like he was in pain when he played the ball there, did Ali Pickering, and he's still winded, I think, and he wants the ball to go left, I think, and somebody's going to have to cover for Pickering here because his full winger's got clear. This is dangerous again for Clarets, and we're outnumbered at the far post. If he can hit it there. Yes, oh dear. Is that it for the Clarets?
Yeah, they was waiting to score there. You could see. Little plays it to Branch, left side for the Clarets. 2 men watching Graham Branch. Branch will take them on. A good cross comes in. Oh, goodness me. Would that have been Andy Cook? But it's a corner. It's come off a Chesterfield defender.
Yeah, and Lincoln.
That's the games that are coming up on the 2 Saturday games. Oh, and a terrific shot and a suspender save from Paul Crichton as well. Mailer Davis, halfway line, moves into the Chesterfield half. Payton finds Mellon. Mellon, good ball for Maylett. Maylett gets a good cross. In a goal! Andy Cook gets one back, and some good play again. Brad Maylett, the provider. Andy Cook, the finisher.
Absolutely superb goal, David. I was just going to say, Route 1 football is the order of the day, but...
Little Davis. Last minute surge by Davis. He was tripped on the way through. It's still Davis. It's got to play, crosses in, then Davis up to the heads. Oh, and the wall was wide. Corner for Burnley.
I feel this really is our last chance, David. Everyone up, 22 players in the 18-yard box.
Well, it wasn't a good corner. It was an awful corner in the end. That's it. Burnley take a defeat against Chesterfield, but a good performance by Burnley, but it was unfortunate for Ali Pickering, Terry.
Yes, it was, David. That's the one unfortunate incident in the game, but we just didn't play well enough. We didn't sustain it.
We went to Millwall, got battered for 10 minutes, broke away and scored, and then did very well after that. And we thought then that there might be signs that, you know, things were going to get better, but it just shows you how wrong you can be.
It didn't show. You went away to Lincoln, who was scrapping away at the bottom of the table, got a draw there, which not a bad result. But again, this home form rearing its head against Luton this time. You lost 2-1.
Yes.
Mickey Mellon got a goal in that game.
Yeah, he got a great goal, really, and then he gave one away. He lost the ball on the edge of our box, and they just stuck it in an empty goal. And not the sort of thing we were expecting. But Mick had done well since he came, and we're pleased with him. We think there we've got another quality player.
Saturday, another home game against Reading here at Turf Moor, and if that results in a win for the Clarets, Burnley could find themselves in a very comfortable mid-table position. Luton have played 3 games less than the Clarets. That's a thunderous shot and a good save from Paul Crichton, and it was Matthew Spring who certainly put Spring in that shot for the Hatters. Ray.
Maybe he's just in level, just in line with the guy, and he's given the decision anyway.
Harrison on that far side, familiar hairstyle from him, and he bangs that in. Well, that was so easy. That could have and should have been a goal for Luton. And Ray McKinnon, who had the simplest of tasks in front of Paul Crichton to put Luton level, and he completely made a mess of it. The dugout over on that Bob Lloyd side. Powered up by Reed. Andy Cook being held. Now here's Mellon into the area. Oh, cross comes shot, I would think, from Mellon. But again, some good play from Cook. He did well to get away from his marker. It was grappling over his head. Andy Payton trying to run a bit of a barren spell for him. He's gone off the boil slightly. He's still got a hatful of goals for Burnley this season. That's a good ball. Cook, who fires it on into Armstrong. Cook again, and Deitch was there just to clear the danger, only as far as Graham Branch for Burnley. Cross comes in from Branch, back post, Little's there. Oh, the header was floated in the air. Abbey collected it on that far side, and that really another opportunity for the Clarets, Ray.
When I played at the Valley,
It's teeming down here at Turf Moor, the wind getting hold of the rain. Now then, Mickey Mellon, he can shoot, what a cracker! Oh, what a goal! Mickey Mellon!
And what a goal from Mickey Mellon. But, well, I'm sitting about 25 yards out here. Picked the ball up and against the drive.
But Davis is there again for the Clarets. Now this could be interesting from Branch, and Branch into the area. Can Branch finish? Oh, goodness me! Oh, good grief! Well, Branch could have had two. Well, a chance to score.
Well, Graham Branch there, cracked in a shot and got the rebound, and he's still not put it from about 4 yards. Just wish I were down there doing the same, because it's absolutely freezing up here now. I don't know what Dave's on about when he said it's not so cold. I think it is now anyway.
I've differed from what I said earlier. Oh dear, one apiece. That was a mistake which Burnley have paid for. And the man who scored it, Andrew Fortidaz, number 10, left-hand side. Cross comes in from Fortidaz, and a chance here. And Crichton, it hit Steve Davis, and Burnley are in all sorts of trouble here. Great stop again from Crichton, and really Burnley are lucky to be level. He certainly caused the problems in the first half. He scored the reply for Luton, but it's the Clarets on the attack, left-hand side. Mickey Mellon cross, and it's the back of Little, and Cook! And he shoots wide, Andy Cook, and that could have been 2-1 at the half-time break there.
Well,
and the free kick will be taken from that far side. Mellon takes it. Davis is up there. Oh, and that was on that right-hand side. Plays inside for Steve Davis. Steve Davis coming forward. Just holds the ball up. Great ball again. Little cross. Oh, it was a bad cross. Right to Marvin Johnson. And a good move spoiled in the end, and usually by Glenn Little. And a free kick given away by Moore.
Well, here's another book. He's off. Is it Reed or is it Reed? Yeah. Well, I think he's he's walking off as Reed. His red card. He's been booked earlier, and off he goes. Well, that's a tragedy for Burnley, and he knew as soon as he'd done it that. But there again, was not a bookable offence, but the referee reached. I don't know who for at the moment, but it could be for one of the forwards. Just a burst of the midfield out, and Robinson, he's got a good engine on him there, so yeah, they're waiting to bring him on. It'll be interesting to see who he brings off. I think it'll possibly be Andy Payton. Oh, another good save by Crichton there. Certainly on his metal, this lad. Good safe pair of hands here. Well, I don't know whether it was for a handball or a foul on Mellon, like Dave says. Totally mystified by that. I must have missed that. What was it for? Nobody's got any idea, but it's a free kick.
Played in by Armstrong. Oh, the back post. And there was the keeper launching himself at that angle. Morgan. No, Burnley got back in possession, the Clarets. Played forward by Robertson. There's the header from Reed. Now here's Brad Maylett for the Clarets. Can he do something with this? First one way, then the other. Great cross. Oh, good grief, Glenn Little. What a beautiful bit of wing play from the youngster, Brad Maylett.
And what a great cross from the young laddie.
Another high kick from Crichton. Swan doesn't get there. Now then, Cookie. Oh, side netting from Andy Cook. I thought he was going for the winner.
And what an asset this lad will be. As long as he stays on the park. Bit of a daft booking like, but you can forgive him that because of the goal he scored.
And this could be dangerous here for Luton, and that's the winner for them, it must be said. My goodness me, just when I thought a point may have done it, Luton go into the lead and minutes remain.
Well, we have tempted fate there. No chance of Crichton there. And
we're into the middle of February now, and Reading a 1-1 home draw, and then a run of 4 absolutely disastrous games. There's no point concealing it. Lost 2-0, lost 5-0 to Gillingham, 6-0 to Manchester City, and again at home 1-0 to Preston North End. And that was must have been a low time for you, Sam, and it was a low time for the manager. Obviously.
It was a low time for the club in general, but particularly the staff, and I mean the players as well as the coaching and management staff. But funnily enough, it turned out to be a bit of a watershed. You don't think of it at your time, you know. I mean, it's the biggest crisis you've ever been in. You're sometimes wondering what you're going to do and how you're going to get out of it, and if you're going to get out of it. But luckily enough, the players had started to change in the team, and it's more than probable that they were just beginning to get a grip of what was needed, and that the fact that we'd done so abysmally in those games really brought it home to them, I think.
And a free kick in a dangerous position for the Clarets for Reading on that far side. The ball played in very quickly, and number 4 was Phil Parkinson, heading over from about 5 yards, Terry. Burnley off to Wickham next Saturday, another important away fixture. Never been a good hunting ground for the Clarets. Mellon's first time ball, a good effort. Linesman's flagging again, a first time header from Andy Cook, and goalkeeper managed to grasp that one for the visitors. Finds Mellon again, back for Steve Davis. On one of his runs, perhaps. Yes, it looks like he's going to do that, and perhaps he's taken it a step too far. Now for Branch, far side. Graham Branch, first one way and the other way. Cross comes in from Branch. Whoa! Right into the arms of Howie. Andy Cook, 2 headers in a couple of minutes. Sportsmanship there from Mellon. Oh, and that bounced awkwardly for Moore. And a chance here, and it's put wide by Tony Thorpe. So I wonder we'll be seeing a replacement. Yeah, Mr. Lynch said get on with it, but that's the officials for you. Here's Ali Pickering, left foot cross from him. Oh, and John Rose was in there, the keeper was there as well. And another chance created by the Clarets from this right-hand side. Ali Pickering getting that ball over. Armstrong with that throw-in. He was looking for Davis is up there, and a shot from Davis. Can he get there? No, he goalkeeper in the way.
Shot from outside the box comes flying through. A ruck of players like that, and it hits somebody on the ankle. It can literally go anywhere, and the anywhere in that occasion was just narrowly wide of the post.
Yeah, perhaps you're right there. Is Reading have the ball. Burnley have it now, of course, with Mickey Mellon into the Reading half. Mellon, what's he going to have? A shot on goal. Perhaps not as hard as the one last week against Luton, but the options were on for a shot, and I think he did right, because if you don't shoot, you won't score. As Pickering switches play to his partner in crime. And here we go again, the break's on for the Royals. Davis is there, great save again from Crichton, and Reed's in the way. There's Davis again, and Burnley, the Claret and Blue, come away with it with Morgan. Let off the hook again, I must say. That was a foul on Morgan, and the Burnley fans are furious. And it will be Graham Branch from that far side to take this first corner of the second half for Burnley. It's a good one. Oh, off the line by the keeper. And it was Brian Reed. It was looking for a third goal for the Clarets. He scored 2 previously.
Oh, he's dangerous in situations like that. Branchy whips the ball in, and Reedy there powers it in, and somehow it keeps out.
Morgan, Armstrong. John Rose is on that far side. Can he get the ball across? In support here, Pickering. Great cross. And Reading seemed to come away with it with ease there. And a long, long ball, which is again looking for Thorpe, and Thorpe in possession now. Steve Davis on him. 3 on 3. Dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Oh, it's a goal. And there it is. Darren Caskey has put the ball in. I said it was a dangerous position. Went round Davis into the bottom corner. The Clarets are a goal down. Terry's still in the game. His prediction of 2-1, as he said, plenty of time left. Cookie on that far side. Pickering collects the ball from Cook. Pickering's cross. Oh, there was a hand there somewhere, I don't know where. Peyton header and collected by Howie, and that was the ball in the air. It seemed like forever, Terry.
It did, and it was an handball, and I'm glad the referee didn't see it. I think it was John Rose, to be honest, who handballed it, or Armstrong, whoever, but a Burnley player did put it 2 hands up and just handballed it.
Glasgow with the throw-in. Thorpe gives it in back. Now Bremner. Ooh, that's a thumping shot from the number 11. And that came in from Grant Bremner. A right foot shot this time, but thankfully it was wide of Paul Crichton's post. Yeah, could be a last-minute equaliser for the Clarets. Let's hope so. Off the line, handball. No. Corner, good grief. Will not go in. It just will not go in.
I'd love to see that again on replay, because I honestly believe that the ball just hit the defender, who didn't know what it was. He just stood there and the ball lit him on the line when we thought he were creeping in. Who's this Mellon again to take it?
Indeed it is. Oh dear. Oh. And Reedy doesn't know where it is. He scored! Brian Reed has equalised for the Clarets. Well done, Reedy.
You said Reed doesn't know where it is, David, but I have to say he knew exactly where it was. The keeper didn't know where it was until it rifled into the back of the net. 1-1, and my money's on 2-1, David, in the last minute. Can it be? Fingers crossed, Mr. Corral, I'm after your money.
He's on the bench this afternoon wearing the number 12, and should he be needed, perhaps he might come on in the second half here at Turf Moor.
I think that's absolutely certain, David. I don't think he'd risk him by putting him on the bench if he wasn't get at least half an hour out of him, something like that.
And here we are, another volley, and what a goal! And Gillingham with their number 11, Robert Taylor, puts the Gills in front. Bit of practicing on the old volley in there. Comes in on 13.5 minutes. 26.5 minutes. Gillingham have their first short one. What's going to happen here? Full-back. Oh, that's 2-0. Well, he's got another one. That's Robert Taylor with his second. So easy in the end. 26 minutes. Taylor grabs a brace for Gills.
He forced a good save from the keeper.
Corner then to the Clarets. Branch to take it over to that back post, And the header from Neil Moore, and a corner on the other side now. Burnley in control again with Armstrong. Branch. Crichton backpedaling. Neil Moore. Oh dear. And that is 3-0. And that's a hat-trick from Taylor. And that has prompted the Burnley fans to be even more shell-shocked.
Well, the back header just wasn't strong enough, was it? It was a dangerous situation because there were two surrounding him. It had to be absolutely perfect to reach Crichton. Unfortunately, it wasn't, just dropped for him. And
who'd have thought this 3-0 before the interval here at Turf Moor. Patterson. Oh, good challenge. Oh, and it's a penalty. This match is turning into an absolute nightmare.
It's a rout.
Well, what can you say about this match this afternoon? Robert Taylor steps up for the penalty for Gillingham, and he got to it, did Crichton. It's 4-0 to Gillingham, and Robert Taylor has bagged himself 4 goals. Amazing. Corner to the Clarets on that far side then. Good cross. Oh, and that. Again, the goalkeeper just couldn't hold that one, but he. Both arms aloft. Presumably that means to the back post. One never really knows. And they could change their mind halfway through the kick. Well, it wasn't at the end. Oh, believe it. Taylor gets 5, and Burnley.
He's done a Barnes, hasn't it? And the Burnley fans around me applaud the goal because he gave the 2 arms up in the air, signifying a training ground corner. Fires it in, pretty hard corner.
For Mellon, and waiting is Ali Pickering. Pickering picks up the ball here. Cross from him. Payton. Oh, it was spun past Jepson and Payton. Falls to Branch on the far left-hand side for the Clarets. Back post it is. Full-back is there, and Little's fouled. He fouled him, I'm sure, there, but anyway. Cook goes down. Was it a push? No. Branch crosses in once again, and oh my word, Andy Payton from 4 yards. Here's Patterson, stopped in his tracks by Glenn Little. Payton gives it to Mellon. Mellon looks round for support. Obviously Glenn Little's there, and Little gets it now from Mellon. Oof. And Little, oh, and that was motoring in the wind. Played sort of havoc with that one from Glenn Little.
Morrison's header, Goater invited to chase, Terry Cook is there as well. Goater's gone forward for the ball, it's come deep towards Horlock, it's 1-0. Well, they've looked at Brighton, Manchester City, they'd had the better options going forward, and now they have the goal. And more indicative of the lack of confidence at the back. And again, Manchester City have possession. Crooks did well. Now Brown. Good ball in, Taylor! Great save by Crichton. And again, Manchester City are carving out the openings. And again, it has to take either defending or goalkeeping of a last-ditch nature to keep them out. Crichton with the save. Morgan's come across with him. Here's Cook. What's the delivery like? Fortunately, Morgan, well, he atoned in some degree. And now Burnley counter. And there are men over to the right and left. One of them is Branch. A real chance and a super save from Weaver. That's better from Burnley. That's what the locals want to see. Plenty of targets to aim for. Morrison! 2-0. And the big skipper was one of those targets. He had 2 headers cleared off the line. Time for Weaver to clear. Flick on was a good one, a chance for Gota. 3-0. Well, that's what managers love to see. A flick on from one set. Mellon and Armstrong concocting something. Headed away though by the towering Morrison. Ford. Now Morgan. Guess who's there? Morrison again. Edgehill. Burnley retrieve possession. Good spell of pressure for them. Can they utilise it? Oh, good tackling back. Manchester City with a chance to break again. Here's Michael Brown. Look how many green and yellow shirts there are at the moment. 4 on 4. No offside. Taylor. Gota. 4-0. Well, they were just queuing up. And at the front of the queue was Sean Gota. At the back was Paul Crichton. Taylor, Gota, good dummy. There's a man over to the right-hand side, and Manchester City are looking for number 5. There are 2 men in the middle for Terry Cork. Gota, number 5, and a hat-trick for Sean Gota. And he picks up the match ball as if to say, I'm taking it home tonight. Well, this surely must be a first. Story of the night, really. Cook, good ball. Allsop, good tackle. Ryan Reid. Armstrong searching ball. Little reach, Glenn Little. Payton pulling away. Branch is there too. Here's Little. And still. Good tackle. Corner. Davis. Good ball. Armstrong. Morrison's there. His second goal from the corner. Very important to the way in which the game's gone since. Oh, Davis! Well, one number 5 to the other. Talking about Andy Morrison's goal, Steve. Davis. Ford. Crichton thumping it away. Edgehill. Here's Ford. It's given away again. Manchester City are looking again. There's no offside. There's 3 on 2. Surely number 6. It is. Eventually. Gareth Taylor and Danny Allsop. And Allsop's the man who gets it. There's been no shortage of chances tonight, has there? And to be fair, Burnley have created a few. Manchester City, several more. Well, it's an unforgettable night in many ways for both sides. Burnley will surely never have a 10 days as depressing as these. 6 goals tonight conceded to add to the 5 they conceded 10 days ago, while Manchester City's promotion bid receives a victory that is well.
Is it to be a blast from Davies? Is it to be something a little more delicate from Cook? I'm still not happy about the distance of the wall, in particular Rankin, who's just broken off the wall. It's Davies who struck it!
No real power on the shot, was it? But it was bobbling away, and Lucas had... Preston just get the ball into Basham's feet a little bit more. I think him and Nogan can cause trouble. Well, that's at the other end, Payton's. He's all on his own up there.
There's Appleton. Good advantage had been played by the referee.
A little bit unlucky, trying to force his way past.
Jackson. Logan. Cook has seen plenty of the ball on his Burnley debut, and he's used it well. He's found Mellon. Graham Branch. Turned back in by Little, off the woodwork. Branch looking to follow up, and it's blocked by Appleton, and Burnley must wonder how that stayed out.
You have to say they've been very unlucky, haven't they?
This is Davis. Logan did well, closing him down. This is Macken, Preston on the charge. Logan is curled up brilliantly. What a glorious goal! And the Burnley fans look on in disbelief as their old boy puts another goal past them.
Well, you have to say this is quality.
Cowan to employ the long throw weapon again. Towards Davis. Mellon off the line. Couldn't really afford to take any chances. It may have been going towards the post anyway, but Ludden had to make absolutely sure. He's not going to be too cavalier about it at this stage of the game, and protecting a 1-0 lead. Clock edging closer towards full time. Gray, though, stopped in his tracks by Cook. Can Burnley produce one last surge? Andy Payton, Graham Branch, getting away from Jackson. Mellon!
Yeah, that's well wide. Mellon left foot, Branch.
I do think that players can get into the head that, you know, if you sign good players, that things are going to change. What they forget, and when it takes them time to realise it, they've got to change it. You know, you give them the opportunity to change it, but they've got to go out and change it. We can't do that for them. And I think that once we realised, or once it was realised in the dressing room that things did begin to click.
Now, Stan offered to resign during that period, and the board said no. How much of a massive boost was that for the manager, do you feel?
Well, I feel that he felt that there was a new chairman and that he hadn't appointed Stan, and that he wondered what his thoughts on the situation were. And as it turned out, the chairman was a strong man and said that he felt that he'd probably have made the same decision as the rest of the board when Stan was appointed, and to get on with it. And I hope for him, because it's a very difficult decision to make at that time, and I hope for the chairman that it turns out well, because he deserves it after that.
And then things did start to turn around. A draw away at Wrexham, Mickey Mellon getting a goal there, and then an amazing game at Macclesfield, or against Macclesfield, I should say, here at Turf Moor.
I think the change began against Preston, the game after City. We got beat, but we put up a good performance, and had that been a poor performance, then I think that it would have been difficult for things to go on in that vein. They changed that game, and then we went to Wrexham. We're very unlucky to draw, but got a goal after going behind. Then the Macclesfield game, where we were behind by 2 goals twice in the game, and all of a sudden we're showing a bit of character that maybe had been needed earlier in the season.
Fourth from bottom going into the game, disappointed that Andy Payton didn't give them the ideal start. Brian Finn, of course, lives just down the road from Turf Moor, so he knows all about the likes of John Little, who shot just wide here. Wrexham's home results have been distinctly ordinary this season. It's their form away from the racecourse which lifted them to the middle of the table. They took the lead in spectacular style yesterday. Dave Brammer unleashing one of his specials, Paul Crichton left with no chance at all. A terrific shot from the midfielder, Wrexham 1-up with just 14 minutes gone. Brammer's pass also sent Mark McGregor through on a run that might have produced a penalty. Martin Chalk went close to putting his team 2-up before Burnley began to claw their way back into the game. Tommy Wright coming on to a Steve Davis free kick, and then happy to see Payton's header drop just over his crossbar. An equaliser began to look increasingly likely, and it came with 75 minutes on the clock. Ali Pickering into the box, a neat touch by Andy Payton, and a lovely volley from Mickey Mellon. Not the best defending by the home side, but a smashing goal from a Burnley team many people would be sad to see going down. Wrexham could have sneaked it at the end. Gareth Owen setting up Brammer for another scorching shot, this time with his left foot. But Brian Flynn seemed to feel the draw was just about the right result.
Apart from the win, which is going to make it a bit difficult for the players. So, yeah, that's quite a good following for a side of the gates that they get, which are only about 2 or 3, possibly 4,000. And a rather sharp back pass there from Soji, the guy with the bandana on. Well, and Burnley go 1-0 down there. Tragic, absolutely tragic. Kieran Durkin, or Durkan.
And it would have been, it was cleared off the line at the far post.
Well, a bullet they've ahead of there from Town Cowans. I was just saying he missed the last header completely, but that one he really connected with. It was going like a bullet, and unfortunately cleared off the line for Macclesfield. And here they come in. That's not. I don't believe. Well, they're caught with a sucker punch again. Chris Brassey kicked the floor instead of. It's hard to find words to describe the defender of Burnley at the moment. He's tried so many formations in that middle there with Brian Reid and Brass. But I mean, Brass completely missed his kick there when he could have cleared it off the line, kicked the floor instead. But and Davis now has stayed upfield. This is when I'm going to lose their discipline, but they've got to get a goal back in quickly.
Well, it's finally gone in, and that is a relief, I can tell you. I didn't think it was going to go in. Hit the defender, hit the post. Eventually, Burnley pull a goal back.
Get the big men up, big Steve Davis, to capitalise on this.
So Lenny John Roy's joined the men in the box. Second half substitute for Graham Branch. Ball played in. And, well, oh, spectacular, a goal! That is Cowan, brilliant!
Well, he's got the goal he deserved at Tom Cowan.
Well, it was that man at Moss Rose way back in the first half of the season that cheated on Andy Cook, had Andy Cook sent off, of course, and Burnley lost that day 2-1 in that Moss Rose mud heap. But here we are on the luscious turf. Oh, it's hit the bar! It's hit the bar and Durkin! Oh, good grief. What is happening? We get level and then Macclesfield hit the bar and then managed to score. I hope again. Williamson stabs it in, looking for Payton. Sochi's there for Macclesfield. Williamson in again. And wishing across here is Chris Brass. And that's the Burnley throw-in. Taken quickly, Williamson for Davis. Davis to the halfway line, into the Macclesfield half, but a bad ball from Davis. Mellon! And Payton is scored! He scored! My goodness me!
Well, 3 apiece it is now. And to be honest, Dave, I thought he was offside.
Side off. Mellon then.
Davis! Yes! Davis has scored! Corner from Mickey Mellon there. Davis has knocked it in. Goalkeeper had a hand to it. And he's...
Steve Davis, amazing. He's a centre-half, but he weighs in with so many goals.
Yeah, and what you've got to understand is that he played the last 12 games with a double hernia. Now, it's not just the way he played, but it's how you do it, isn't it? And I think that's the sort of character that we've been looking for. And that was a good example to the rest of the players.
I was going to say that. It's that sort of character you need in your dressing room. If you're walking out with somebody like that,
yes,
then...
well, he'd been bought as a standard bearer, I suppose. And he certainly proved that that's what he was before the end of the season.
Notts County away, a 0-0 draw, always difficult to get a point there. And then a home win against Colchester again, 3-1, a couple of goals for Andy Payton. It had a little bit of a lax spell, a little bit of a spell where the goals weren't going in for him.
Yeah, but I think if you keep confidence in somebody like Andy Payton, he's always going to score your goals. He's always going to have a barren spell in the season. And it's then that you have to keep faith with him. And I know for a fact that the manager's got 100% faith in him.
And he's from the tax haven Bootle, or the tax company. That's Glenn Little. Just stabs it back for Cowan. A good cross is called for from Cowan, and the goalkeeper can't get there. Oh, and Little couldn't get there either. The goalkeeper was struggling. It was an excellent cross on that left-hand side from Cowan. And I'm sure if he gets the service, he will score this afternoon. Cowan plays it in. Oh, and right across the face, right across the 6-yard line. And Colchester breathe again. Again, the ball played in. Little, good control from Glenn Little on that far right-hand side, a position he's best noted for. Mellon again leaves it for Pickering on that far side, gives it back for Mellon again. And too elaborate is the word, and consequently Burnley lose possession. Quarter-hour mark here at the Turf, still no goals, but Burnley having much of the play forward in the Colchester half. Now Little again, turns well, Little runs at this defence. He just couldn't get it through now. John Rose going to try a shot, just over the top. Outside the penalty area, Lenny John Rose. But Burnley are starting to... Probably sunny in the rest of the country. Brass got a knock on the head, down he goes. The referee has spotted Chris Brass down there, so oh, here's a chance here. Oh, and they've scored, Colchester United, after Chris Brass had gone down, and the scorer for them is David Gregory, and it was outside the penalty area. Chris Brass was led there injured. The referee was...
Who got the final header, but it was one of 3 Clarets, and this is a good ball through to Payton. Oh, and for once he didn't control it.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a Claret. It's Paul Cook and Little. Little's, is he going to clear it in? Yes, he does. Back post. Surely Andy Payton runs away from Andy Payton. He tried. Takes a deflection in the end. Another corner to the Clarets on this left-hand side.
Just makes you wonder what we have to do to score it. Oh dear.
Short one, Cook to Little. Little again to the back post. It's Aspinall off the line, and I thought it was going to be John Rose who drew Burnley level, but no, Aspinall on the line.
But sluggish coming off his line, and he didn't grasp cleanly. He made a few mistakes like that in the first half. If you keep going forward, keep getting the chances, play with patience, I think that the clear-cut opening will come off. But who knows, it might be one of these spectacular, hopeful shots from 30 yards. Give anything, really, for anything from any distance.
Certainly would. Twice the keeper brought into the action. I must say, if I was to... now, what's happening here? I don't know. I've... Well, it's handbags at 10 paces, all right. Terry, you might know.
Oh, he definitely kicked him, David, I think. I mean, the only trouble is that the Clarets might... they pointed it out to the referee, and they're not happy with him at all. No, Stefan Bunavacci there, he seemed to just lay out a kick at him, and the referee's gone over and had a word with the assistant, the linesman, and well, if he saw it, then he's got to walk, I think, and that's not because I want to be anti-players. He's reaching for a card. What will it be?
It's Louis, isn't it?
Louis it is, yeah, Louis.
It's Tressa Louis, who's getting the... Well, firstly, a booking, perhaps that's all it'll be, we don't know. I wasn't actually watching. It's red. So, down to 10 men. Louis departs from the field for a kick at Paul Cook, I think. Breaks down. And Cowan defending there over the head of Payton. Aspinall and John Rose. John Rose wins the battle. Armstrong for Branch on that far left-hand side for the Clarets. Branch to run at the full-back, and Branch's cross is good one. And Little completely miskicked with his left foot there, and Branch certainly did the honours there. Here's Pickering. He's got Little to his right. He goes alone. Pickering trying for a shot, and a brilliant shot. No, is it a goal? Goal. John Rose.
Who minds if Glenn Little miskicks with his left foot, because it comes clear to Ali Pickering, fires it over.
It would have been better, but the advantage played to the Clarets. Steve Davis switching play for Cowan. And Cowan looking for options here, lays it off again for Branch. Left-hand side, a right foot cross, and John Rose heads over from 6 yards. But again, a good play from Branch on that left-hand side. Very, very important point. Davis header. Williams for Colchester. Cowan. Long ball for Branch to chase. He'll get onto it. He has the pace. Full-back making sure he didn't get there. Played a safety game. Clarets have a throw-in. John Rose for Branch here. And Branch has to play it back for Gordon Armstrong. Armstrong left-footed cross in, and Jepson there, and the ball bobbling again for Payton. Oh, what a goal! What a goal, Andy Payton! Super stuff.
Priceless, absolutely priceless. I'd like to see us get the third, but if you've noticed, Steve Davis, we've got 4 men back. We're going to hold what we've got already, and I think that's right.
Yeah, we're going to stop in this corner. Looks like we are. The referee looks at his watch, and Little tries a bit of juggling on the near side touchline, and it falls to Branch. Branch is going to have a pop, surely. He would like to get on the score sheet. Pulls it. Oh yes, Andy Payton. He gets a brace. That's 3-1.
Lovely stuff again. Andy Payton, my man of the match, without any shadow of a doubt.
Oldham away, a 1-1 draw again, Andy Payton, and an away win at Blackpool, which is always a bit of a derby game for Burnley.
That was a crucial one for us, not in the fact that it was Blackpool, but in the context of the position we were in the league. That was a big one. We knew after we'd done that that our players had the character to get out of the situation we'd been in the bottom part of the league. With 12 games to go, we were in the bottom 4. And the good thing about the run at the end of the season was that the players did it under pressure.
How much difference did Paul Cook coming to you on loan from Stockport make? Because he's a very, very neat and tidy player.
I think there were 1 or 2 people along the way who made an impression as characters and helped, starting with Steve Davis, Mellon, John Rose came in the time, Paul Cook was one, and Tom Cowans came at the same time, and I think together they had a big influence.
Together with Paul Cook. Gets a bit confusing with the Cooks. One with an E, one without an E. Say a very good afternoon again to Natalie in the press room. We say this because the last 2 occasions we said good afternoon to her, Burnley has won the last 2 home games, so let's hope it's 3 in a row, Natalie, this afternoon. Here's Steve Davis, who's going forward for the Clarets, and Davis going to try one. Oh my word, a tremendous shot from Steve Davis, clipping the bar, and that's Steve Davis at his best. Rawlinson for Howe. Headed on by Fletcher. Fletcher takes a return, and Fletcher edge of the area. Shot from Fletcher, good block by Brass, and cleared by Chris Brass. Mellon, a great ball for Andy Cook. Now, can Cook do something? There's not a lot of players up here. There's Branch in the box only, and Branch! Oh, it's at the post. Graham Branch. He should have kicked it. Twice he didn't.
Well, he was certainly trying to force it, was Pickering there. And it's certainly livened things up a bit, just with the introduction of Ronnie Jepson there. And a wonderful little flick from him there to nearly set up the goal.
Mellon switching it up for Cook now. Andy Cook, is he being held? Up. Oh, Davis from 6 yards. My goodness me, we thought Andy Cook was being held on the far side.
But Bournemouth, like I said, defending resolutely there. I'm looking for Ronnie Jepson here, or Steve Davis for a good header here.
Well, let's see, a one bounce as Armstrong plays it in. Oh, and Davis was up a wee bit early as Fletcher was up supporting the defence. Branch shoots very much wide of Mark Overdale's left-hand post as we look from the TV gantry at Turf.
Stoke away is a great win for you, 4 goals to 1, and you must have then felt, right, here we go, we can get up to respectability.
Well, like I said, I think that came from the game before, in that we'd been putting a decent run together, and that made the players believe that they could put a good run together and go to the end of the season. That's what we felt then.
And of course, Fulham coming, flying away, spending big money, great incentive for everybody.
Well, you wouldn't have to get your players wound up for that, really, would you? You know, I mean, that's the sort of game they should be looking forward to.
Visitors in an electric atmosphere, the last home game of the season here at Turf Moor. So Mickey Mellon and Paul Cook usually decide who's going to take this between them. Maybe a short stab forward from Mellon, a bounce, and then Cook floats it across to the back post. Oh, what a goal! Steve Davis!
Yeah, what a great start for the Clarets, and he's given offside.
Yes, another free kick over on that far side for Burnley. Not 10 yards, Davey! Oh, just wide the upright.
He fell over to make it seem that I'm the meat in the sandwich. Oh, Mr. Referee, you're wrong, and it's a training ground move.
Comes across the back post. Oh! And I think Crichton got a touch there, he did. A quickly taken free kick. It shouldn't have been a free kick, but the referee awarded it. And it could have...
In the back, he was going up for the ball, he suddenly shunted forward a yard. There's quite a few incidents, David. I'd love to watch again on the video when it happens or it comes out. But to me, that looked like a push in the box. And for what do you get for pushing the box? Nothing.
Well, we said he wouldn't. Give it, Jepson! Ronnie Jepson! Well, referee, it's nearly tea time. Are we going home? Jepson's flick on, and the whistle goes for full time. The Clarets are safe. 53 points. They've beaten the champions by a goal to nil. Ronnie Jepson, the scorer, on 36 minutes. A real battle out there. One man sent off, 3 carried off injured for Fulham, and a numerous Burnley players booked as well. Final score from Turf Moor. Burnley celebrate safety in Division 2. Look forward to next year and perhaps a promotion push. Burnley 1, Fulham 0.
Another local derby against Wigan.
Yeah, a difficult game as well for the players because we just secured our position and it's easy to relax. And I said before that they were very professional in that they played under pressure for the last 12 games. And the Wigan one showed that they wanted to win, or wanted that their attitude was right, because it was a nothing game for us, if you understand. But they made it something. They made something out of it, and they put up a good performance.
And that.
Gibbon with a short ball to find Andy Little. Bit of space for the Wigan striker. Support out wide in Stuart Barlow. Rogers has made a run into the area, but the cross is deep and it almost went in. Great save from Crichton. Back on his feet. Gordon Armstrong has joined the attack, as has Brian Reid. It's Cook over it, looking for Armstrong. Palmer's clearance wasn't too good, and the header coming in from Cook almost resulted in the first goal. Armstrong slipping into the path of Glenn Little. Armstrong could get it again. Little looking to go around the outside, crosses in, just too far ahead of Carroll. What a save from Carroll! Reid's header looked destined for the goal until Carroll. Palmer looking for Howarth down the centre. Great ball that is. Can Howarth turn? Oh, he's gone down on the challenge. Is the penalty going to be given? The referee points to the spot. One or two of the Burnley players are furious at the decision. Howarth is still down injured. Carl Bradshaw, who's converted all his penalties so far this season, but the pressure really is on now. Bradshaw to step up, right-footed, and it's saved by Crichton. Crichton comes to Burnley's rescue, and Bradshaw forward. Everything ahead of him at the moment. Sharp still going, lays it into the path of Howarth, who's forced wide. Reid, the tracking defender. Howarth looking to lose him. Reid sticking to it well, and eventually he brings it away. Pickering. Bradshaw in strongly, but His pass has only gone as far as Mellon. Wigan are really stretched now. Mellon, can he play it right? Mellon may look to go alone. Chances here for Cook. Oh, Cook's put it over. What a golden opportunity that was for Burnley to seal a famous win. Andy Cook, who's had very little chances this afternoon. That was practically his first one. Mellon.
Away to Northampton, where again you got a point.
The most important thing in that game for us was not to lose. It was to keep the run of the 10 games previously going. And they fought hard to do that under difficult circumstances, the pitch, Northampton situation. They did that well. And that provided us with the hope that we can carry that on at the start of next season.
I was going to say, you must have very clearly at that stage had an eye to the 1999-2000 season.
That was why that game was, each game along the way was important. The last two, Wigan to make sure that they wanted to do it when there was nothing on the game, and Northampton to make sure they wanted to do it to carry it over to this season. And they performed with a professional pride that pleased us.
I remember talking in the first part of the video for the first part of the season, and we were talking about character then, and clearly you feel now that with the introduction of some of the players that you've brought here, that's turned around and you've really found out those that can and those that will.
Well, I think so. I think the word resilience was used a lot in that first half, and we seem to have found that towards the end of the season more than we had. And if we can improve on that, then, you know, we could make a good start next season.
Now everybody wants to look ahead optimistically. A new chairman here, as you said, who backed yourself and backed the manager as well. And I know you won't want to talk about the sort of money that's available, but is there a fair amount of money, and can the fans be expecting when the season starts to be seeing some new players out on the pitch?
Well, they'll certainly see some new players with a bit of luck. As far as the finance goes, that's for Stan and the chairman to sort out. My job's in and around the dressing room and the training area with Stan. I don't bother with the administrative bit.
But you are genuinely optimistic, are you, for next season?
If we can improve the squad, and we have the same attitude as we had in the last 2 months of the season, then we'll give a very good account of ourselves next year.
Well, Andrew, how do you see the potential of Burnley Football Club?
Oh, I see the potential is very exciting. I left a Premier League club, Everton, to come here because of that potential. The club's got a great history. It was playing in Europe in the 60s, Champions League, won the league. It's got a great catchment area as well. That's one of the big things about this club. There are no clubs around it. It's got a big catchment area. Terrific fans as well. So all of the ingredients are right, and of course a new chairman and directors, and the ingredients are right to really take this club on now. Our job is to get things right off the field of play, and then hopefully it will come right on it, as it is doing as well.
Tell us about the chairman and his hopes for the club.
Chairman bought the club here during the last season. Barry Kilby is a successful businessman, a Burnley fan. He's desperate to get the club right. He just wants to get things right here and sees the potential of the club. And I think if you look at clubs like Bradford City and Watford can get into the Premier League, then you certainly would imagine that this club can, because it's been much bigger than those two in the past. So he's determined to make this club right on and off the field of play.
As far as the fans are concerned, what are the areas that you're working in to help the club as far as the fans are concerned? Obviously, I suppose the best thing you can do is make money, and if you make money, more players can come, and that helps the supporters.
Sure, that's exactly my role, to get things right off the field of play. The manager's responsible for on the field of play, myself off the field of play. But just basically, we'll be trying to do what every Premier League club does, and aspire to be just as professional as every Premier League club in their off-the-field activities. There's no reason why we shouldn't be just as professional. Can't be as big in terms of merchandise sales as to Manchester United, but we can be just as professional. And we just feel if we do that and bring all of those things together, and there are literally hundreds of ideas, it's impossible to just say them all now, but there are lots and lots and lots of ideas. But if we just do all of those things, bring them all together, then things start to grow. You get more fans coming, income grows, and then that contributes on the field of play. One of the exciting things we just launched recently was that we've named one of our stands after Jimmy McIlroy, the greatest player who ever played for this club, and that has been so popular amongst fans, and indeed himself. He was absolutely delighted. And I just think all of these little things, if we can, and I say little things, it's actually a big thing, but bring all of those things together, then I think this club can be right on the field of play and off.
You've mentioned one of the new stands, and one of the great advantages you've got for a second division club is a fantastic stadium, isn't it? I mean, if you bring any businessman along here and say, there you are, there's an executive box, and he comes to Burnley and doesn't really know the club, you've got a fantastic stadium, fantastic selling point.
And full credit to the board in the past for getting that right. We have got a terrific stadium, and that's a real benefit now, because we're not having to spend money on the stadium. We can try and spend money on the team and get that right. It is a terrific stadium. There's 2 superb stands, and the other 2 are in fact good as well, and it holds 22,000. There's not another ground like it in our division. So, and even then, when I would say it's probably Premier League standard, really, the equivalent of some grounds up there, and certainly First Division. So that's one of the real benefits now. We've got a super stadium. Don't have to spend a lot of money on that, and try and get the things right on and off the field.
I don't want to put your neck on the chopping block here, Andrew, but how much additional revenue in terms of a percentage do you think over a certain period of time you might be able to increase here?
I think we need to keep that private in the club, really, but clearly there really is a lot of room for improvement, and there is. Out of the current activities we can produce a lot more profit and turnover that we do now, and profit's the important thing. But then there are a lot of new ideas as well that we need to introduce. Just all sorts of things, family stands and sponsorship and lotteries and shops. And, so if we improve the current activities, introduce new ones as well, then the income is going to grow considerably.
And I know one thing the fans will want me to ask, all this extra income that you're hoping to generate, is that going to go into buying players and getting it right on the pitch?
Yeah, absolutely. As we said, the stadium's right, and the directors here don't earn dividends out of the club. It's not a PLC, so we're not doing it to earn money for directors. We're not doing it to the stadium's good, so it really can go to contribute towards getting the team right, which is the most important thing.
So there we are, and we're hoping, as usual, of course, that things can change around for Burnley Football Club. I think one thing is absolutely certain: there are going to be new faces here for the start of the 1999-2000 season. If those faces can fit, and if the run can be kept going that we heard about at the end of last season, then of course the club should do very well indeed. But let's hope that you still keep coming along and supporting Burnley Football Club. Thanks for watching.